From the top of Table Mountain, it's over 1,000 metres below to the oldest working harbour in the Southern Hemisphere. Europeans had been flirting with the Cape of Good Hope for years before Jan van Riebeck dropped anchor in Table Bay in 1652 for the Dutch East India Company.
And that is what we call the spice route. And it was important for them to have a place where they could settle, like a refreshment station. And the Cape was perfect for them.
Conflict with the indigenous Khoikhoi was inevitable as a supply port became so much more. Ships would return from Batavia with slaves, and the roots of Cape Town's remarkable cultural diversity were being planted. For visitors, a starting point is the Bo Kaap, or Upper Cape District. For the multitude of international tourism awards Cape Town has won over the years, you could also argue a pretty strong case that it's the most Instagram-friendly city in the world. And behind these magnificent, colourful facades of Bo Kaap are some equally colourful and moving stories of the history of this place.
Bo Kaap is renowned for its colours of the houses, its culture, its traditions. So when the Dutch came here, they brought my forefathers here as slaves. So these slaves were from Malaysia, Indonesia, Java. This is the area that was developed for the slaves. So Bo Kaap is a very special place to me and my family.
Hamida Jacobs' hugely popular cooking class is run from her kitchen, celebrating that history of family and connection.
I appreciate a good cup of coffee, but when I make coffee, I make it with love.
Melburnians we know take their coffee very seriously. So do Cape Townians. At origin, ethically sourced coffee beans are roasted on site. The ambience of the heritage building is charming, and there's a barista academy as well, run by good people like Inyasha Mtiki.
This is one of my favorite moments, yes. That coffee should always taste the same. At the end of the day, it's giving them a good cup of coffee.
For lunch, something a bit stronger across town at the Devil's Peak Brewing Company. All the product is brewed on site.
The craft industry in South Africa has grown tremendously and still is busy growing.
Okay, I will start with your lager.
I'm going to join you.
Cheers. The beer tasters are a treat.
Great. Pale ale.
Matched up with a range of not too hipster for an older guy snacks.
Oh yeah, that's
Fullness.
yum. I like it.
South Africans of all colour have a reverence for meat. For a true local experience, there is Frankie Fenner Meat Merchants, another wonderful Woodstock hangout.
It's truly like just such a melting pot of characters and cultures in the same area, which is fantastic.
Which is Cape Town.
Exactly. I mean, it's like a microcosm of Cape Town within Cape Town.
For manager Adrian Frost, it's a grass-fed, nose-to-tail, sustainable, no feedlot approach to meat supply, with everything on show to customers.
You can't just consume without thinking about where it's coming from.
If you don't walk away with a bag full of biltong, well, maybe you're a vegetarian. Okay, don't get me wrong. Margaret River, it's close to my heart. The Yarra Valley, the Hunter Valley, the Barossa Valley, all beautiful. But this, Franschhoek, this is next level.
South Africa can sort of be seen as a New World wine region, but we do have quite a lot of history behind us. And the first wine made was actually in 1659, so that's 358 years worth of history.
Vast elephant herds roamed this valley when the Huguenots arrived with their vines more than 300 years ago. Franschhoek means French corner. Nestled on the edge of town is Sir Richard Branson's magnificent Mont Rochelle boutique hotel and winery.
My bag at Mont Rochelle is to obviously make the wines, the stuff that everyone enjoys drinking. These wines are made definitely more for longevity.
Dustin Osborne is the winemaker. Their flagship product is the 2009 Miko. Overlooking nearby Stellenbosch is Delair Graff, a relative newcomer to the luxury wine and lodge properties. Apart from its wines, one of its unique selling points is the extraordinary artwork on the walls and sculptures in the restaurants and gardens, much of it from owner Lawrence Graff's personal collection. The old biscuit mill has played a pivotal role in the transformation of Cape Town as a foodie destination. Cocoa Affair needs to be on your list.
Almost everyone that works here, including myself, all learn everything that we know on site. And basically you get to do what you want to do, what you're good at, or what you love doing in the company. So I'm sure everyone is very happy to be working here. It's chocolate.
The appropriately named Brie Street is home to Culture Club Cheese, another small and exceptional little business.
We'll put some chakalaka sauce to it. That is to enhance the flavour.
80% of their product are cheeses from across South Africa.
My favourite part of working here at the 12 Apostles is the drive here. Because I live in the northern suburbs, so I have to drive past Table Mountain, and then as I hit the kloof, then I could see far in the distance there's the 12 Apostles. What I remember of our travels is the location and the memory of the food that we had. With the location of the 12 Apostles being iconic between Camps Bay and Hout Bay, what I try and do is make a culinary journey where if you smell the ocean, you smell curry, you smell fish, you think back, oh, you remember that time we were at the 12 Apostles.
No visit to Cape Town can be complete without recognition of the man who steered South Africa so deftly out of the apartheid era.
There's Mr. Mandela, Mr. Nelson Mandela, a free man.
A ferry trip to Robben Island, where Nelson Mandela spent 18 of his 27 years in prison, gives a glimpse into his resilience and his humanity.
The apartheid regime was an expert in persecuting people psychologically.
Nelson Mandela's long walk to freedom is such an integral part of the Cape Town story.